life is not a show and tell. So I hope with what you present to yourself and present to the world is not something that is configured, orchestrated, and created just to be a presentation and not a representation. How's it going, guys? How's it going, guys? I hope your day has been good, and that you have some water, maybe a snack, maybe a meal, maybe you got some juice. Doesn't really matter. I just hope you're hydrated, that you're having some water as well. You can have some juice, have some natural stuff. You know, you gotta have some maybe fruits in the water. But look, life is not a show and tell. You don't gotta show everybody what's going on. You don't got to lay out everything, or not even lay out, because at that point you're not laying it out. But you don't gotta get a motherfucking megaphone and just fucking air everything out. You don't gotta do that. Like, look, it's the ones that feel the need to tell other people of their successes, to tell other people how they are, maybe mentally, maybe physically, financially. A lot of people do. Maybe even spiritually. If you feel you have to, or characteristically too, if you feel you have to announce unprompted, we're talking about unprompted, no one's necessarily asking for it. One, this, two, the level of depth that I find a lot of people do, a lot of guys, but there's a lot of people in general, because women do this too often, you don't get it twisted. And of all ages, this also, you see it a lot with younger people, but you get it a lot. It is a lot. Also, my teeth are. There's a comment about my teeth. I shout out to the dad, but it's literally just sliding. It's literally just sliding. Literally just sliding. But look, life is like you. Okay, let's take a second. Let's take a second to self-reflect before we go on. Take a second to self-reflect. Are you honestly? You don't gotta tell me this. Are you honestly confident in you? I'm so sorry. I don't know why I said it like that. Are you truly confident in you? Are you truly confident in yourself? Not the things you own, not the money you have accumulated, not the possessions you have gotten, but you as a person, you as a man, maybe you as a woman, you as an entity, you as a being, you as a soul. Are you proud of? Not even proud. Sorry. Are you confident in who you are? Are you confident in everything that you have currently? Are you confident in everything you had in the past? Are you going to be confident in everything you have in the future? And really, just being confident in the present is being confident in totality. But you have to be confident. You have to ask yourself that question: am I confident in myself? Because if you're confident in yourself, there's no need to explain yourself. There's no need to showcase everything. This might be a show and tell. I'll show y'all a glimpse of whatever, because I know everything else is going on behind the scenes. Y'all don't need to know this, because one, it's also a matter of like how much attention do you want. Because there's certain levels you can take that. You can show a glimpse. You can show everything. You're like, okay, this is everything. This is everything. Everything you're asking for. Here's that. I'm not gonna show you any less. I'm not gonna show you any more. But if you don't ask, I'm not gonna do nothing. And that's obviously the levels that maybe I would take it. I'd show y'all you asking for something. Okay, I'm gonna show you a glimpse, because you don't need to. Because everything else after this might fuck up with you. Might fuck up with like, oh, whoa, wait, you doing all of this? There's no need for that. There's no need for that. And it's saying that me and my friend not really came out. It's just obviously because it makes sense. And every time period has this thing. But it's not cockiness. It's confidence. And you really have to take a step back. I feel like if you're on the path of true confidence, true fucking confidence, and not anything that's inflated, not anything that's trying to be also too humble. I do have a problem with that. I'm trying to downplay a lot of my abilities, skills, talents, tendencies, things like that. So I've been told. Sorry, sometimes y'all just gotta listen. Sometimes it's good to just listen. But look, the path isn't going to be easy, but the path is simple. And it starts at a very important question, the one I kept asking earlier. Are you confident in yourself? Are you content in who you are and in your knowing of your potential? Because who you are at the moment isn't who you will always be. Because who you were in the past, turns out, wasn't who you always were. Because why would it be any different? Why would the future be that you won't be different? That you won't have changed? That you won't have grown? And if you're going to grow, if you're going to change, if you're going to do anything anyways, why not become a better person? Why not become more confident in yourself and not arrogant and not too audacious to the point where you're belittling other people, to the point where you're trying to overcompensate for a lot of things. There's no need for that at all. Especially as a man, especially as a male, if you're youngin', if you're a teen right now, even if you're a man, as a man, a lot of our value is external shit. Is who you, like, what you as a man, what are you capable of creating? What are you capable of doing? That is, granted, that is a lot of our value. That is a lot of our value. It's not how we look, it's not whatever, but it also is your mind and your character and like everything about that. Also, a lot of the times in like, when it comes to be successful and like higher levels of success and continuing to step up, a lot of it is what you know, but also a lot of it is who you know. But what you know can take you to who knows. You know what I mean? And also can take you to where you want to go and what you want to do and why you want to do it. Well, it's not to find W's, man, because this shit is real. If you want W's, just follow that shit, man. Just follow that shit. But this shit is simple. This shit is simple, man. This shit is... Man, this motherfucker is simple. We overcomplicate it. You can be great. You can be anything you want to be. It just takes self-confidence. And that isn't easy. It isn't. Getting the right, levels, because, there'll be times where you're upper and there's times where you're lower. Naturally. It's wave, you know what I mean? We're gonna go with the times, we're gonna flow. But as long as you can find those two extremes, find where you wanna essentially, where if you go past that, it gets a little bit, whoa, wait, guys, we gotta chill out, code red. But you're gonna find your happy medium, you're gonna find where your key points are, where you know what I mean? You gotta find that. Once you find that, and you can acknowledge that, and you start to go forward, you find that life itself and you harmonize. And there's something beautiful about that, man. Something beautiful about that. And the more you get in tune with that, the more you get into with nature as well. Because guess what, guys? Technology is great. It's great for humanity, great for communication, but it's not natural. What is natural with us is becoming more enveloped with nature and with one another, to be honest. Getting enveloped with your inner, like, really try to know yourself as much as you can, as much as you can, literally as much as you can, because there's never, I don't know if there's ever a point where it meets, where it stops, where the track just stops and there's no, it's a treadmill. Like, I don't know if there's a goal at the end of it. I don't think it's timed. I don't think it's distance locked. And what, as you learn more about your core, your inner, who your soul is, and your heart and your mind, your frequency starts to, like I said, harmonize with the nature. And once you get with that, your internal, it goes out to the external. I made another video about love, and it's like, love is a reflection. Love is love is a reflection of the internal, and it projects to the external. You create your perception. You create your perception of reality. People that have different perceptions of reality because of their experiences, because of their thoughts, because of how they, experiences does a lot to motherfucking, especially experiences that happen consecutively, repeatedly, such the levels that it is, if it's harder, if it's harsher, if it's more abrasive, if it's kinder, if it's lighter, if it's easier, you know, it plays a part, plays a big part. And how you're able to cope with all that is the biggest what was the word? I guess like separator between people. How you're able to cope, how you're able to move with that, how you're able to learn from that. It says a lot, but ultimately, it all comes back to you. How do you think of yourself? How do you compare yourself? How do you compare yourself? Do you compare yourself to past, future versions of yourself? Do you compare yourself to others? Do you compare yourself to a perfect version of yourself that does not exist? Because what is perfect? Literally perfect. And what being is actually it actually lives up to the definition of perfect? A lot of what you may be thinking is, and it is what it is. For a being to get to perfect, to be perfect, you know how long you would actually have to live? You know how long you would actually have to live? You know how many things you would actually have to experience for everything to get to that point? And what is perfect anyways? I feel like people's definition of perfect varies and changes. So it's like once you realize perfect is such a abstract idea that probably will forever remain in a theory. Perfect person. I think perfect obviously. You can have a perfect circle, perfect sphere, perfect square. You can have that shit. Perfect math or whatever. Perfect score. Obviously perfect exists. Know this. I feel like people are gonna play devil's advocate. I like to play devil's advocate with myself as well. Try to challenge my own thoughts. Try to challenge how I say things. Because how you say things says a lot. So be mindful of what you say to yourself. Be mindful of how you think about yourself. Be mindful of how you act upon all of that. Because I can tell you, self-confidence can greatly change your trajectory. Where your life can go, and how far you can go, and how fast you can go. It's not about going fast to the point of burning out, but it's the point of like fast of just propulsion, of just all the tools, all the space you now have to roam, type of thing. But look, I feel like I said my bit. I feel like I said what I needed to have said. I hope you took something from this. If you did, let me know. If you didn't, if you want to challenge any of my thoughts, do challenge my thoughts. I'm always here for that. I'm always here for questioning, to learn more. Maybe I'm not even close to perfect. I don't even know if I'm a good guy. I'm just a guy that questions things, you know what I mean? Question myself, question the universe. I'm just here to experience, you know what I mean? I'm here to experience. I'm a young, old soul. So it's like, let's teach each other, man. Let's teach each other. Let's learn from one another. And stay blessed. Stay hydrated. Stay... I don't really know where I'm going with this. Stay positive. Stay optimistic. Stay hopeful. But stay realistic. That's good enough.